Oh, there it is. Hey, good morning, folks. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm choking on myself already. My apologies. We should probably start this over again, but we're going to go with it. Happy Tuesday to y'all. This is Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It is Tuesday, the last Tuesday in October. Fall is definitely upon us. It's been a kind of a gloomy week. Rain and mist and fog and cool weather, and it feels great because it's fall. That's what you expect for fall. But, you know, we could use a little sunshine here and there just to, liven spirits up a little bit. Happy to be here with you, excited for the show today. For those of you new to the show, we do this every week on Tuesdays. That may be changing, we don't know. It's always a guessing game with when we're going to be doing things around here. But for now, we're at Tuesdays at 9-ish, looking at what time it is. And we're here to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. Today, I've got a trio of tenor saxophones for you. Some, maybe you've seen, some I'm pretty sure you haven't seen, so it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. In addition to the cool instruments, we share all kinds of fun stuff. I like to share some music, some wisdom, and then we'll occasionally talk about anything else I'm interested in. Could be, art, literature, food, travel, hobbies, collectibles, you name it. We'll talk about it. But I've got a fun little thing, kind of a hobby slash collectible slash music thing. So we're just going to combine that all into one today. So it's going to make it a lot of fun. And so that's the show. Welcome to you folks out there in YouTube land and in Facebook world. Max is already on the line on the live chat. So good morning, Max. Great to see you here. And about the live chat, we've got that going on. You can ask your questions, leave your comments. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. And anytime we can get some interaction going, it makes this just a lot more fun for me and for you. And we can chat, and I can give you a shout out, and we can have a good time. So make sure you're doing all those social media things. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, hit the bell icon, do all of that stuff. Helps us out to be able to provide more and better content for you. And so that's kind of the scoop. What's going on in the world? Well, we've got Blue Friday coming up. We're just a month away from that. The big Blue Friday event. It's our biggest event of the year. Most of you folks know it as Black Friday, but we call it Blue Friday around here. And we've got giveaways galore. We've got, as far as like wind instruments, we've got a Rampone Cazzani R1 Jazz raw brass alto saxophone we're giving away. We've got a Bach Stradivarius 42BO trombone we're giving away. We've got a Yamaha Zeno trumpet we're giving away. We've got a a Canonici Celestina high-end violin we're giving away, plus everything else in the combo world, drum sets, guitars, amps, you name it. I apologize for the coughing, guys, today. I got something going on here. Maybe my Hawaiian coffee will cure that. So that's the big scoop. I don't know what else we got. Oh, well, we got something new coming up. You can stay tuned for the next few weeks. I will be doing the first annual, hopefully, Wake Up with Greg Roadshow. We'll be doing, I'll be visiting all 10 of our locations, selling horns like what you see behind me. And so you can stop in at any of the locations. We'll have the dates up here shortly, or a promo for you, so you'll know when I will be where, and you can come and check that out. So that's going to be a fun deal. First time we're doing that. And then, then Christmas is just around the corner. So it's getting crazy, folks. So why don't we, gosh, my apologies. I don't know what's going on with the coughing here, but we'll get through it. Unfortunately, it's very loud in the microphone, so I apologize. Let's say good morning to Jordan before we kick this party off. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
Good?
Yeah.
Everything good in your world?
Yeah, very busy time, but it's fun.
Busy time of year. Yep, absolutely. You have a good weekend? Do anything exciting?
Yeah, we just got to hang out with some friends this weekend, so just a nice time. But yeah, nice. Didn't do too much.
Yeah, I took Friday off, a little vacation time, and my wife and I had a great just getaway weekend down in Bentonville, Arkansas.
How was that? Yeah.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was super relaxing. We did some antiquing, had some good food.
And the weather wasn't as bad as like they said it was.
Well,
gonna
I mean,
be.
it was like this. It was raining pretty much the whole time, so
It wasn't
we
like
didn't
storming
really
though,
get to
right?
do any outdoor stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice. We went to Crystal Bridges, our favorite art museum, and there was a lot going on there, which is really cool. The big expansion should be completed by June of 26.
Oh,
They'll
nice.
be launching all of that, like pretty much doubling the size of the museum. It's gonna be pretty awesome.
Crazy.
Well, that's what we've got for you. Why don't we dig into this party, shall we?
Let's do it. First horn, or wait, shirt and watch.
Shirt and watch. This is probably the last you'll see of the summer wardrobe. So I'll probably be switching out to the cooler weather gear coming up for this next round. This is one of my Daniel Cremieux shirts. Good grief. Paisley's fall colors, and just one of my faves. So you got that going on. And then the watch, going with the fall color themes as well. We've got my Timex Marlin, very cool vintage vibe. Got the green dial there with the gold case, and then the alligator strap there, giving some great fall vibes. This is a mechanical watch, meaning you have to wind it up, which honestly I prefer these days. I prefer the wind-up mechanicals or the automatics because you don't have to worry about batteries. I mean, the quartz watches with the batteries, people say they're more accurate, they're less expensive, all of that, but there's just something magic. Eventually, you're going to have to replace batteries, and that's annoying. But with a mechanical watch, they'll last forever. And as long as you're not irritated by having to wind it up every now and then, doesn't bother me at all. I love it. All right, so that's the watch, that's the shirt, that's the game. Let's put on some fancy gloves and let's dig into some cool tenor saxophones. Need a theme song. We haven't been playing the theme song lately since we've kind of changed up the format here a little bit. What do I want to start with? Let's go with this one right here. Now, I know you've seen the alto version of this, maybe even recently, but you haven't seen the tenor in quite a while, or maybe never at all. This is the P. Mauriat Venus model. It's a new model for 2025. This is the PMST 600, 600V, I think, for Venus. And brand new case design they've got for this year, which is just fantastic. As far as like these contoured hard shell plastic cases, this is by far one of the best that I have seen in a long time, and I absolutely love it. It's got that really nice brushed finish to it, the nice chrome medallion logos. We've got the P. Mauriat logo here. We've got a saxophone logo here. On the back, we've got a kind of a padded pocket here that actually has the straps. You can wear this like a backpack, which seems to be all the rage these days. But what I love too is this is still a latched case as opposed to a zippered case. And it's got these really nice push button latches. I mean, how elegant is that? It's somewhere over there. There it is. Boom, boom. All right, and then we'll pop this open like that. Now, I've already taken it out of its bag because P. Mauriat, they include a kind of soft bag to protect it in the case. But just for the sake of time, I wanted to save that and just pull the horn out here for you to show you. Look at the elegant beauty of this masterpiece here. What an absolutely beautiful top-of-the-line professional horn. This is a solid copper bell, bow, and body with a rich clear lacquer finish on it, so you get that just beautiful red, gorgeous tone. Now this is a lacquered finish on this, so this is going to stay shiny like this, which with some of the other horns that we have that don't have the lacquer on it, they will age and darken in color and gain a patina. But and then you've got the keys with the bright silver-plated keys. You have black mother of pearl key touches on this, which are just gorgeous. I don't know if you can catch that on the camera there, Jordan. Yeah, see that? The black. Really gorgeous on there. And then, of course, the beautiful hand engraving on the bell. I mean, this just screams elegance all the way around. And the sound on this thing is just warm and rich and full. Of course, you've got high-grade Italian leather pads on it. I believe they may be Pisoni pads. I'd have to double-check that. And then metal tone boosters. And then you get just a few kind of gold or brass accents. The key posts, the poster rib construction, the ribbing, the neck tenon collar, the key guard feet, the bell to body brace, all in that brass color. So you kind of have a tritone or a three-tone look here, which is just gorgeous. It's like a piece of jewelry, guys. Sound-wise, this thing, like I said, rich, dark, full, buttery. You can use all those different adjectives to describe it. Adjustable thumb hook on the back, all your bells and whistles you want, high F sharp, front F, fine adjustments throughout. Really elegant key or design work on the key guards. You've got a beautiful treble clef right here in the low bell key guard. And then just some nice, I don't know if you'd call it a floral-ish pattern on there. Well, actually, I think they've kind of gone for the whole treble clef design on all of those key guards in kind of a hidden sort of way. But anyway, this is the Venus, good grief, the Venus tenor saxophone from P. Mauriat. This is also available in an alto. I'm not sure if they do a Venus soprano as of yet, but it is just an absolute stunner. Who do we got on there? Hi, Gregory.
Ken Sadberry.
Ken, Uncle Ken. Hi, Uncle Ken. I haven't seen you on the show in a long time. I'm glad to see you're up and about and doing well. I love you, brother. Hope we can see you soon, sometime here soon. All right, so that's the P. Mauriat. Let me show you the neck so you can kind of see. They label it for you so you know what the parts are. So that's the neck. You can see it's labeled on the little bag there. But we'll pull the neck. I think, yeah, the neck has just the copper with the silver key on it. So good looking stuff here, folks. All right, so that is saxophone number 1. I've got a couple more to share with you, and we'll get to those in just a moment. All right, what do we got next, Mr. Jordan?
All right, can you recommend some music to us?
Yes, I can recommend some music to you. So today's music, if you saw last week's episode, you saw I had a guest host on here, the great Greg Bissonette, world-class renowned drummer, currently on tour with the Ringo Starr All-Star Band, but has played with anybody and everybody over the past few decades. And if you saw the little bit, he and I and my buddy Landon played a little snippet of a song called Chameleon by Herbie Hancock. And I figured, you know what? Why don't we actually share that song so you know what that song is actually like? So Herbie Hancock, for those of you who don't know, is one of the icons of American jazz music. He's an Academy Award winner, a Grammy Award winner. He is one of the most influential and pioneering keyboardists in the use of electronic sounds, keyboards, and the like. He was seminal in the what they call the post-bop movement in the 70s. He came to fame with the Miles Davis Quintet, but had a lot of his own hits over the years, famous for songs like Watermelon Man, this song Chameleon, many others. Rocket was a really popular hit. I think it was late 70s, maybe early 80s, all very electronic keyboard pop, which was fantastic. He's one of the legends in the industry, and this performance of the song Chameleon comes from Midnight Special, which was a show, excuse me, TV show back in the 70s. And so this is from 1975, this performance of this song, and he's got the look for it. So I'm going to quit rambling, and we're just going to share you. Now this clip is like 7 minutes long, and Jordan's sneezing over here. Something's in the air over here, folks. I don't know what's going on at Palin Music Center, but we're going to survive. We're going to survive this. Guys, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Jordan, why don't you roll that beautiful bean footage? We got Herbie Hancock, Chameleon. And like I said, this video is about 7 minutes long, so we're just going to do a little snippet. minutes. But that is Herbie Hancock, Chameleon, one of the greatest songs ever, and the favorite of Greg Bissonette, and performed by myself, Greg Rosander, my buddy Landon, and Greg Bissonette, right here live last week on Wake Up with Greg. So how about that? That's pretty exciting. All right, that's going to be added, of course, to the Wake Up with Greg playlist, which is on Spotify for you to listen to, which has all of the music we've recommended on the show over the past year and a half, 2 years. We're coming up on 2 years here in February. Will be 2 years. Coming up on our 250th episode here in a couple weeks, I think. It'll probably happen while we're on the road show, so we'll see. We'll make something happen. All right, saxophone number 2.
Let's do it.
This one I know you haven't seen on here. Ooh. Uh-oh, I should probably turn this around so you can see what it is. Ta-da! This is something you don't see every day from old Greg here at Palin Music Center. This is a Cannonball tenor saxophone. Now, the thing with Cannonball is we can't sell these online, so you're not going to see this on our website. So if you want it, you're going to have to give me a call, 417-882-7006. Call and ask for me, and we'll hook you up with this amazing saxophone. So this is the TL4, or TS4? Let me see. T4L. I had the letters right, just in the wrong place. So this is part of their Big Bell Stone series, but it's their classic series. They've got the T4L and the T5. The T5 has a bit more bells and whistles and available in more finishes. This is a standard lacquer finish on this, but what is great about it is it's got a limited edition, or maybe not limited edition, but it's a higher level engraving on it. So they've got elite level engraving, like 5 different tiers of engraving you can get, and I think this is like a 3rd or 4th tier, pretty high up there. A special upgrade on this, and it's the lighthouse. So we're going to take a look at this. Classic style case, hard shell, wood case, kind of a lizard or alligator grain to the case. Elegant black hardware, the whole deal. And here is the saxophone. Got a rich gold lacquer on this. All right. So, what can I tell you about this saxophone? Professional grade, everything that you want on it. Poster rib construction, high F sharp front F, double braced bell keys. See the double bracing on the bells, give you extra stability on those lower bell keys, helps keep regulation. High grade leather pads, metal tone boosters. But here's the piece of the resistance on this saxophone. The lighthouse engraving pattern on here. I don't know if you can, let's see if I can get the right angle to see that, right? Beautiful lighthouse. This is all hand engraving. One thing about Cannonball is they have really nurtured the art of engraving with their artists. This is, in a sense, a lot of companies, it's kind of a lost art for the most part, you know, and they are really trying to get back to that artistic engraving that you used to find on American horns in the 20s and 30s and 40s that were just off the charts, elegant and beautiful. But you can see the lighthouse. So you've got the little lighthouse there. You got got a little anchor down here with a trident. Let's see what else is there. You got it says Carpe Noctem, so that sees the night, I believe, if I'm in Latin. So you have the light of the lighthouse to help you see at night, which is really cool. Got some additional little spots of engraving, a little sunset down at the bottom of the bow. Got a little seagulls flying around here on the side. Just an absolutely gorgeous horn. And a couple of, the classic Cannonball signatures are, of course, the stones. If you look at the keys, these are a natural tiger eye, it's tiger eye jasper, I think is what they call it. Natural stones on the key touches. There's a lot of talk about those as to what they do. They do add a bit more mass to the horn, which helps to improve the resonance. They've done some scientific testing on that and has proven that that does have an effect on the sound. You've got the braced left-hand key mechanism here, so you've got much more stable regulation and setup on that. Of course, you've got the fine adjustments throughout, your adjustable thumb hook, detachable bell and bow, front F, high F sharp, everything else that you want on these beautiful horns. So this is the Cannonball T4L, L for lacquer, and then 4 for the 4 series, then the 5 series would be their top of the line pieces. The great Cannonball logo emblem right there on the neck collar there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just an absolutely gorgeous horn, guys, and a fantastic sounding horn. This is an amazing piece. Comes as a full kit with the mouthpiece and ligature and all that, but here's the neck. I'm going to pull the neck for you just to show you that. And again, they put theirs in socks as well. So there's just the Cannonball logo on the neck. Nothing else real fancy there, but there it is. So that's the Cannonball, and this is, like I said, you're not going to see this on the website. You're only going to see this in the store or by giving me a call. So give me a call, 417-882-7006, and we can get you connected up with this amazing tenor sax from Cannonball. All right, I'm going to set that one aside here. Oof. The thing with tenor saxes is they're not light. They're a bit chunky here, but all right, what do we got next, Mr. Jordan?
All right, show us something cool.
Something cool. Okay. I'm going to keep my gloves on for this. Don't really need them, but might as well. So something cool. This is a personal piece of mine. And you're looking at this like, what is this old-looking piece of junk here? Well, for those of you who may or may not know, I have a sickness. I have a disease called collectivitis. I like to collect things, and for a long time I used to collect metal clarinets. Kind of sold them all off, got out of it, and then lo and behold, I come across this one at an antique store a couple weeks ago. And many of you may not have ever seen a metal clarinet before, so I thought, what the heck, let's bring that out. So I'm going to pop this one open for you and show you what we got here. And I'll show you what the coolest piece of this thing is. So, I mean, you can see, looking kind of old. This is a silver-plated clarinet. It's I think it's a cadet model, if I can read that. I can't recall the manufacturer at the time, but this is kind of a student-grade horn at the time, made probably in the early 50s, maybe late 40s. And metal clarinets were kind of the precursor to the plastic clarinet. This was kind of the student instrument. Now there are some clarinets that are professional grade that are made of metal, primarily silver. Some of them solid silver, like the King Silver. Is it the King Silver Sonic or Silver Flare, Silver Bell, something like that, which is a really highly sought after professional grade solid silver clarinet. They fell out of favor. I don't believe there's any companies currently making them now, but you know, maybe we can get a resurgence. Maybe we can convince someone to make them, because interestingly enough, they still have that clarinet sound. You know, they have that warmth, and so primarily what that comes from is the shape and size of the bore of the instrument, the key layout, you know, the tone holes and everything. That's what creates that sound, plus the mouthpiece and all that. So I've taken all of the pads off of this because the pads were just rotten and eaten away and bad shape. So I will be cleaning this up and repadding it and getting it back into performance condition. And you know, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll share a little performance of that on the show here. Cool. See, when I move it to the left, it moves to the right on the screen, so I always get a little confused. So here's the barrel piece here, which is kind of an internal sleeve barrel. So it slips over the neck tenon as opposed to inside of it. Hard rubber mouthpiece, which is kind of dirty. I'm not going to open that up. But this is an all original piece. Comes with the original marching lyre, which screws into the center of the clarinet there, which is really cool. And then the absolute coolest piece of all this, I'm going to take the gloves off for this so it'll be easier to see. This has the original rental agreement from 1950. This clarinet was $69.13 in March of 1950. The rental rate was $6.25 per month. And man, how cool is that to have an original document for an original clarinet there? Just super cool. And then there's an additional receipt that is with it as well that shows that the case had to be purchased separately. The case itself was $15. And then, you know, there's a cleaning swab on here as well. Jenkins Music Company. They were a pretty big company back in the day. I don't think they're in business any longer. Based out of Kansas City, I think. But this was their Joplin location for a time. But, I mean, to have that kind of historical documentation on a horn like that is just the coolest thing ever. I've been fortunate in a few of the pieces that I've owned over the years to have original warranty cards or you know, other original documents that come with them, which is really fantastic. But so this is a metal clarinet. It's a whole lot of fun. I've had several over the years. My favorite one I think I owned was a King American Standard, and it was actually brass. It wasn't silver plated. It was a brass, and I think it may have been lacquered. But it did have silver keys on it, and it was just the coolest thing ever. Why did I sell it? I don't know. You know, those things happen. You tastes change over the years, and you you know, mess around with stuff, and you get tired and change your mind. But there we go. Maybe I'm back into the collecting clarinets. Don't tell my wife; she won't be too happy about that. But maybe I'll fix it up. Maybe I'll sell it. I've made a lamp out of these a couple times too. I've got one I made for my mom out of a metal clarinet, and then I've got a clarinet at home that I made a lamp out of. It's a plastic clarinet, but it's a Benny Goodman signature model clarinet. Cool. I also picked up for, I don't know, $100. This one only cost me $25. And I figure I'll pay that every day for these little gems. So that is my something cool for today. I'll let you see this again once I've got it all cleaned up and back into playing condition. All right, what do we got left? We got the main event, the main piece for today, that I assume Jordan may have mentioned in the thumbnail for the show. Maybe he didn't, I don't know. But one of the last pieces I have left in stock until my order arrives from this company. This, you know, one of my favorite saxophone manufacturers of all time, Rampone, oops, right there, ta-da, Rampone and Cazzani, the Italian masters of the saxophone. And this is from their performance line. So the performance line, still professional grade. I would put it in that same kind of price point category as like the Yamaha 62s, the Selmer 700 series, somewhere in that price point. So it's still handmade, hand-designed in Italy, but comes in one standard dark cognac lacquer finish. And it's a beautiful horn. It comes in the what they call the go-go bag, which it's a hard case, but it's a soft-sided hard case. Again, it's got a removable pocket on the back. You can store all kinds of stuff in. It's got pockets on the front, backpack straps, you know, just like you can with all of these other guys. Now, this is a zippered case. And, you know, you either love it or hate it, but there it is. And usually that's what you're going to get on these soft-sided cases for the most part. But let's take a look at this bad boy here. Okay. Ta-da! So this is the Rampone Cazzani Performance Series. They make an alto, a tenor, and a bari. They don't have a soprano in the performance line yet. I would assume that's coming maybe next year for 2026. I'll have to talk to my buddy Claudio about that and see where we're at on that, because that would be really cool as well. Simple engraving with the yin-yang symbol there, symbolizing balance and harmony. Cough drop is failing, but it's working a little bit. But guys, the color on this, it gets that rich that rich, dark cognac look to it, which gives it kind of a vintagey vibe. Feels like an aged horn. Sounds like a vintage horn. It's got a big, fat sound like you would find on, mid-century Kahns and Bushers and Kings like that. Very American sounding horn, but certainly Italian in flair and flavor. It's its own unique deal, really. But if you had to compare it to something, I would compare this more towards an American horn than I would to like a Selmer or something, or Yanagisawa. But again, poster rib construction, high F sharp, front F, mother of pearl key touches, hand engraving, adjustable thumb hook, detachable bell and bow, everything that you want on a pro horn. And this is an affordable pro horn, especially being an Italian handmade saxophone. It's just a beast, guys. Trust me when I tell you, this is a horn to be reckoned with, for sure. We just sold the Barry Sax version of this yesterday, and sold the alto sax like within a week of when it arrived. So I've got more coming, hopefully. Actually, I know I've got an alto coming, probably a Barry, and we'll get another tenor if we need to. Metal tone boosters, Italian leather pads, everything you want, guys. This is just a fantastic, amazing professional horn from Rampone and Cazzani. Comes as a full kit with the mouthpiece, cap, and ligature, and the neck, of course. And you can pick this up on our website, palemusic.com, or give me a call, or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com, and take one of these home with you. We're closing out the month here, so, maybe Greg is making deals. So, or, you can come and see me at the road show over the next few weeks and meet me in person and pick one of these up in person. Who knows? It could be a really cool thing. All right. Oh, well, here's the neck here. I'll show you that. Not a lot of flair on there, just the R logo for Rampone and Cazzani there. It's kind of cool because the way they've designed the R, the back side of the R, and you can't, I don't know if you could really tell that on there, but the back side of the R kind of curves down and it looks like a little saxophone. It's got a few finger button dots on there. Really cool. It's a neat logo. I like what they've done with that. All right, so that is saxophone number 3. That's the trio of tenors. That's the Italian tenors, the Irish tenors. I don't know. Who are the tenors these days? The Texas tenors? All kinds of tenors out there. But that's what we got. All right, what's left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you close us out with some wisdom?
Wisdom, I can do that. I don't know if a cough drop and Hawaiian coffee are going to go well together, but we're going to give it a shot. That's interesting. All right. Who knows? All righty, folks. So we have a quote here, a piece of wisdom for the day. It's kind of interesting who this quote comes from and what the topic of the quote is. So this quote is by Eric Burdon, English singer and songwriter. He was known primarily as the lead vocalist of the R&B group The Animals, if you're familiar with them, and the funk band War. He was known for his deep, heavy, powerful vocals, an amazing voice, but he's English or British, whatever. And but yeah, he's talking about American music in this particular quote. He says, jazz is the mother of all American music. R&B and pop and rap and everything are the branches on the main tree of the life of music, American music, which is jazz.
I think you need to do it one more time.
I think I need to do it one more time. Jazz is the mother of all American music. R&B and pop and rap and everything are the branches on the main tree of the life of music, American music, which is jazz. So true. I mean, the original American art form is jazz. And, that can be debated. There's others that people would say, well, bluegrass was an American art form. Yeah, if you don't count all of the Irish folk tunes that it was built off of. But and jazz, we can talk about jazz and blues, and then the roots of all that was African music, so who knows? Is anything really truly American or not? We don't know. But we're trying to make it that way. So that's my quote for the day. That's my piece of wisdom. That's the show, guys. Thank you so much, as I'm choking one more time. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the privilege of your time, sharing it with us, and taking the time out of your morning to hang out with me and have a little fun. I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great week. I'm going to leave you with this. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you next time. Have a good week. Bye-bye.